Cher. The name alone brings to mind sequins, the voice, and a career spanning over 6 decades. But before the Oscars, before Bob Mackie, she was just a shy kid from El Centro, California, dreaming of getting out there. I'm Mary from Moon Goddess Diaries. Born Sherilyn Sarkissian on May 20th, 1946. Her mum, Georgia Holt, was an aspiring, beautiful actress. Her dad, John, a truck driver. The marriage didn't last, and Cher's childhood was constant moving and living with relatives. She dropped out of school at 16, moved to LA. She started singing backup at Gold Star Studios. That's where she met Sonny Bono in 1962. She was 16, he was 27. She started as his housekeeper, sleeping on his couch. They had an official ceremony in Tijuana in 1964, legally married in 1969. Sonny wrote songs for her, styled her look, and pushed her to sing duets. As Sonny and Cher's 1965 hit song, I got you, babe. Well, thank you for interrupting me, Saatchi, but you did do a lovely rendition. Saatchi's such a diva. So as Sonny and Cher's 1965 hit song, I've Got You, Babe, hit number 1, their partnership exploded. This photo captures them right at the start, matching vests, bold colours and that 60s folk pop energy. They were 19 and 28 and suddenly free, the face of the new generation. The Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour premiered in 1971 and made them household names. I loved this show as a kid. I watched it every week. On screen, they were the perfect mismatched couple. Off screen, Sonny controlled Cher's career and finances. Cher later said she felt she was living a lie and she felt caged. On TV, they wore sequins and were comedic. Off TV, it was very different. Things were simpler then, no wigs, no Mackie gowns, just the two of them. It's a reminder that behind the scenes, things can be very different, a marriage cracking slowly by the seams. Right before Bob Mackie took over completely, Cher was already experimenting with looks that were simpler but already had her standout look. The slinky halters were already quite sleek and were a bridge from folk singer to TV icon. By 1972, Cher needed a look that matched her voice and matched her stardom. This is when Bob Mackie entered her life, never to leave. As I mentioned before, Cher first met Bob Mackie in 1972 on the Carol Burnett show that she often appeared on. It sparked their iconic friendship when he designed for Carol Burnett the infamous curtain dress. You know the one from Gone with the Wind. Fans will know it well. Scarlett O'Hara grabs the curtains to make herself a new outfit, and Carol Burnett's roast of this scene is hilarious to watch. Oh, it made us laugh at the time. Cher loved Mackie's humour, and they instantly clicked and they're best friends to this day. Cher's early comedy hour looks were sleeker and simpler. The red dress, classic 70s, elegant, sexy, trending towards the glamour to come. Bob Mackie didn't just do glam though for Cher's solos. He built entire worlds for comedy sketches. The Egyptian number is pure magic. Over-the-top designer-level glam. Every week was a new costume and a new reason to tune into the TV. Cher didn't just push boundaries on TV. At the 1973 Oscars, she walked the red carpet in the gold beaded two-piece. It showed the midriff when this was still taboo on TV. It cemented what everyone knew. Cher and Mackie were a team, pushing boundaries, not following fashion, making the trends. Bob Mackie built Cher's persona, the feathered headdresses, the sheer midriffs that got the show censored. Cher and Mackie became great friends. Cher would sketch ideas and Bob turned them into glamorous creations. Bob said Cher never said no to an outfit. They were outrageous and Cher loved them. After Sonny and Cher sadly split in 1975, the world was in shock, mourning the couple. But Cher went solo and Bob Mackie's designs went with her, becoming even more daring. They set the trend, the template for pop stars thereon, her infamous half-breed look, the most iconic of all. Bob dressed her for the Oscars, for tours. Bob Mackie's artwork became collectible. These three versions show her designs over the years, from the 70s flares to the goddess that got her cancelled on TV to the Blue Mermaid sequins and bare midriff. As a team, their designs shocked the world over for many, many years. Cher and Mackie created over 1,000 costumes together. He said it himself, Cher is the only person who could wear his craziest designs and make them look real. They didn't just design clothes, they designed rebellion. That's why Cher loved them so much. In 1989, Cher amazed everyone with the Cleopatra-inspired headdress. The Oscars committee said she couldn't wear it to the ceremony, too revealing. She wore it to the after party instead. It's pure Mackie, pure Cher, dangerous, glamorous, impossible to ignore, pure 80s. Every year they were advised to tone down on her costume. Every year she became bolder, more daring, the performance grander, the statement louder. At 77, she still wears the costumes that made her who she is, an entertainment icon, a diva. Cher and Bob were not just client and designer, they were muse and creator. Together they made looks that still admired and copied today. 50 years later, they are still as iconic as she is. In 1988, Cher won the Oscar for Best Actress for Moonstruck. Bob made the most iconic costume yet. They were best friends. She holds him in her heart while he holds her Oscar. Beyond music and fashion, Cher built a serious acting career that proved she was more than an icon. She now was an Oscar-winning actress. She broke into film in the 80s with Silkwood and Mask. In 1987, she won Best Actress for Moonstruck. She returned to movies in the 2010s with Burlesque, alongside Christine Aguilera, playing Tess, a tough but protective nightclub owner who gives young performers a shot. The film let Cher blend acting, singing, and her signature cinema presence, reminding everyone that after 40 years in the business, she could still command a movie screen. The kid who was told she was too lanky and weird at 40 was told she was done, won on her own terms, and still is winning today. Cher at 77 still strips it back to voice, emotion, and icon status. Her message, I'm still here. Cher didn't follow trends, she made them. Cher turned fashion, rebellion, and reinvention into a legacy nobody will ever be able to copy. In 23, 24, she was stunning in blue for her Here We Go Again tour, still owning the stage. Everyone loves her. Most artists get one era. Cher had 6. She doesn't try to do 25 again. She looks like herself. Mackie gave her the iconic glamour. Cher gave him the perfect canvas. Together they made looks that are still copied and referenced and admired today. The same woman who was censored in the 70s is still shocking, adoring fans today, telling every woman that she can become whoever she wants to. Listen to yourself, not others. Movie star, actress, a rebel, and an icon. Cher at 80 has changed how a woman can live her life true to herself. This is not a documentary, just a personal tribute to a legendary icon I love. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.